Good morning students, class 9. As you know that yesterday we already discussed about the President and the Central Council of Ministers chapter, the main organs of Union government, and in this topic we discussed about President. As you know that President is the executive head of Constitution or our central government. So President is the head of our central government and he has some powers. Yesterday we discussed about his qualification and all, and in qualification I told you that he must be citizen of India, his age must be at 35 years old, and he must be qualified to be declared as a member of Lok Sabha, and he must not hold any office, post or any office of profit in the government. So these are the qualifications of a president, and now we discuss about the powers of president. So in the powers of president, first power is that he or she appoints the prime minister. Okay, prime minister को appoint करता है president. President has the power to appoint prime minister. On the advice of the prime minister, he or she also appointed the other council of ministers. So president appoint prime minister, he has the power to appoint prime minister, and then with the advice of the prime minister he also appoint some or other council of ministers. The second power of president is that president appoints the governor of the states. He just appoint all the states governors. He has the power to appoint the governor of all the states. प्रेसिडेंट को ये अधिकार होता है कि वो सभी राज्यों के राज्यपाल जो गवर्नर होते हैं उनको अपॉइंट करे, उनको नियुक्त करे, कर सकता है. एंड ही ऑल्सो अपॉइंट्स द चेयरमैन एंड द मेंबर्स ऑफ नेशनल ह्यूमन राइट्स कमीशन. ही हैज़ द पावर टू अपॉइंट द चेयरमैन ऑफ नेशनल ह्यूमन राइट कमीशन. नेशनल ह्यूमन राइट कमीशन के चेयरमैन को भी नियुक्त करने का अधिकार प्रेसिडेंट का होता है. The president can issue ordinance when the parliament is not in session. When the parliament is not in session, that means जब संसद सेशन में, संसद सत्र में नहीं होती है, संसद के कार्य नहीं, संसद के द्वारा कार्य नहीं होते हैं, तो प्रेसिडेंट को ऑर्डिनेंस इशू करने का भी पावर होता है. नेक्स्ट, द प्रेसिडेंट इज द हेड ऑफ द कंट्री and he had the power to grant pardon. That means कि प्रेसिडेंट को ये अधिकार होता है कि वो किसी भी सज़ा याफ्ता मुजरिम को, यदि किसी व्यक्ति को फांसी की सज़ा दी गई है तो वो उस सज़ा को उसकी उम्र कैद में तब्दील कर सकता है, और यदि कोई व्यक्ति किसी भी तरह की सज़ा को झेल रहा है या काट रहा है तो प्रेसिडेंट को ये पावर होता है कि वो उसको माफ़ी, उसकी सज़ा को माफ़ कर सकता है. सो प्रेसिडेंट हैज़ द पावर टू ग्रांट पार्डन. ओके, सो दीज आर द पावर्स ऑफ द प्रेसिडेंट. First one is he appoint to prime minister, and with the advice of the prime minister he also appointed the leader or other council of ministers. Okay, he appoint the governor of all states. He has the power to appoint the governors of all the states. He has the power to appoint the chairman of the human rights commission. Okay, इंडियन ह्यूमन राइट कमीशन के चेयरमैन को भी नियुक्त करने का अधिकार प्रेसिडेंट का होता है. प्रेसिडेंट हैज़ द पावर टू issue the ordinance when the parliament session is not in service or parliament session is not in the session. That means कि प्रेसिडेंट को ऑर्डिनेंस इशू करने का भी अधिकार होता है जब पार्लियामेंट सेशन में नहीं होती है, संसद का सत्र नहीं चल रहा होता है at that time. And the president is head of the country, as you all know, and so he has the or she has the power to grant pardon. सज़ा को माफ़ करने का या सज़ा को कम करने का अधिकार भी प्रेसिडेंट का होता है. ओके, सो हियर वी डिस्कस अबाउट द मेन और द एग्जीक्यूटिव हेड ऑफ यूनियन गवर्नमेंट. His qualification and his power. And now come to the next, vice president. The next organ of central government or union government is vice president. So our constitution has provided for the post of the vice president. That means हमारे constitution में वाइस प्रेसिडेंट की भी पोस्ट प्रोवाइड की गई है. इन द बिहाफ ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट और इन द एब्सेंस ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट द प्रेसिडेंट वर्क हैंडल विद बाय वाइस प्रेसिडेंट. जब प्रेसिडेंट अनुपस्थित होता है या प्रेसिडेंट किसी कारणवश नहीं होता है तो उसकी एब्सेंस में जो वाइस प्रेसिडेंट है वो उपराष्ट्रपति जिन्हें हम कहते हैं वो उनका कार्यभार संभालते हैं. सेम एज दैट द क्वालिफिकेशन ऑफ अ प्रेसिडेंट जस्ट लाइक द क्वालिफिकेशन सेम क्वालिफिकेशंस आर रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द वाइस प्रेसिडेंट. जिस तरह से प्रेसिडेंट की जो क्वालिफिकेशन है सेम क्वालिफिकेशन जो होती है वो वाइस प्रेसिडेंट की होती है. दैट मीन्स ही मस्ट बी सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया, he has 35 years old, okay, and he don't have any profit post in Indian government, and he must be qualified or to be elected as a member of Lok Sabha. Okay, so these are the same qualifications are required for vice president also. The term of the vice president is also just like the president. It's term of working of vice president or the term of office of the vice president is also 5 years. Okay, just like the president. The vice president is elected by the members of both houses. That means both houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So the vice president elected by the members of both houses, the members of Lok Sabha and the members of Rajya Sabha. Okay. Now the vice president is the acts of official chairman of the Rajya Sabha also. He must be ex official of chairman of the Rajya Sabha, and he conducts debate on the bill presented in Rajya Sabha and all. So his work is just conduct the bill which are present in Rajya Sabha, and he obtained from voting while passing a bill because he is not elected member of the Rajya Sabha. So he was not an elected member of the Rajya Sabha. He just elected by the members of Lok Sabha only. So he just passing the bill because he is not elected member of the Rajya Sabha. He just passed the bill. He just make a unofficial service to pass the bill because he is not a elected member of Rajya Sabha. Now next is the Prime Minister. So as I told you that Prime Minister is appointed by President. President appoint Prime Minister, and the Constitution provides for a Council of Ministers to aid and advise the President. The Prime Minister is the leader of Council of Ministers. Okay, so Prime Minister is the leader of Council of Ministers. President appoint Prime Minister, and with the advice of Prime Minister, President appoint Council of Ministers. So in some manners, Prime Minister and Council of Ministers are correlated. Okay. In the provision of Constitution, the President invites the leader of the majority party in the Lok Sabha to form the government. That means President invites the majority of the members of any Sabha, majority of the members of Lok Sabha to form a government. सरकार को बनाने के लिए President majority of the members को invite करता है, लोक सभा के members को invite करता है to make a government which will presently form or which will work for the nation for present scenario or present time. Okay. Now the President administers the oath of office and secrecy to the Prime Minister and the Cabinet. President की presence में जो शपथ ग्रहण समारोह होता है, जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स और दीगर काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स के साथ ग्रहण किया जाता है. The President appoints to other members of the Cabinet on the advice of the Prime Minister. As I told you, the President appoints the Prime Minister, and with the advice of Prime Minister, the President appoints the other members of the Cabinet. This is known as the Union Cabinet or Union Government. As you know that Union Government's main executive head is President. In the absence of President, there is a appointed by the President. Prime Minister is appointed by the President, and with the advice of Prime Minister, the other bigger Council of Ministers and the bigger members of Cabinet is also appoint in Union government. So in this process, in this whole process, the form of government is systematically formed by the advice of Vice President, by the advice of Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers and all. Now who can become the member of Union Cabinet? Who can become the member of Union Cabinet? That means Union government या Union जो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट है उसका मेंबर कौन कौन हो सकता है, ये इस टॉपिक में हमको ये पढ़ना है. दैट फॉर एवरी मिनिस्टर टू बी अ मेंबर ऑफ द लोकसभा और द राज्यसभा, इट इज मैंडेटरी दैट फॉर द एवरी मेंबर ऑफ लोकसभा एंड राज्यसभा, ये मैंडेटरी है कि कौन जो है वो यूनियन कैबिनेट का मेंबर हो सकता है. इफ अ मिनिस्टर इज नॉट अ मेंबर ऑफ either of the two houses in parliament, he must be elected to any one of the houses within 6 months. यदि कोई भी मंत्री जो है वो इन दोनों हाउसेस से कोरिलेट नहीं करता है तो वो 6 मंथ के अंदर अंदर मिनिस्टर के लिए इलेक्ट हो सकता है. And he has appointed as a minister also. Okay. Next, the office of the Prime Minister is very important in the Indian Constitution. He forms the Council of Ministers. Okay. Prime Minister, actually the main body of the Union government is, as a working body, is Prime Minister, because he just appointed the bigger other Council of Ministers. He take decisions regarding to our nation's important decisions regarding to our nation's development and all. Okay. So when the Prime Minister resigns, the Council of Ministers automatically dissolves. जब रिज़ाइन करते हैं प्राइम मिनिस्टर तो जो काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स हैं वो ऑटोमेटिकली अपने आप डिसॉल्व हो जाते हैं. इट इज़ द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ द प्राइम मिनिस्टर इन द काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर टू इम्प्लीमेंट द लॉज एंड पॉलिसीज. ओके, इट्स अ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ द प्राइम मिनिस्टर एंड द अदर काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स दैट दे मेक लॉ एंड पॉलिसीज इन द फेवर ऑफ आवर कंट्री. They frame policies for the development of our economic development, civil development, and all the parts, all the sides of development regarding to our country. They have made the laws and policies for the all over development of our country. There are several departments of ministers of the Council of Ministers, like Home Minister, Finance Minister, Defense Minister, External Affairs Minister, etc. That means when the Prime Minister elect the bigger or other Council of Ministers, they have several departments. That means they have Home Minister, okay, Finance Minister, Defense Minister. So these are the examples of the some ministers of Council of Ministers. So here we discuss about organs of Union government. There are 4 main organs of our Union government: President, Vice President, Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. These all four combinedly form our Indian government, our Union government or our central government. So students, here our this lesson or this chapter, lesson 15, the President and the Central Council of Ministers is now completed, and in our next video we will discuss about the question answers and exercise of this lesson.